to chill out with you guys. We haven't had a social for ages. And if you have been in a social before, I'm just going to use that mute button so that we don't have.
Muted yourself.
She's muted herself again, hasn't she, everyone?
Pointing out.
No, not grape juice for you.
Oh, sorry, that is a mistake. Really?
Well, why that is because I'm not co-hosted. I've given the hosting away.
I blame me. There we go.
We are all on one tonight. Right, I should be able now to. There we are. That's more like right. I am going to hit that. There we go. Right. So, give me a wave if you've done a social before and you know what madness ensues. Ah, good, lovely. HELEDD. Is that Heleth? No? Yes? Sort of. Go on.
It's Halev.
Say that again.
Halev.
Helev. No.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing, is that Welsh origin?
It is Welsh, yeah.
Lovely. Great. I've seen that in the corner on a few sessions and I've been like, when I get a moment, I'm going to ask her how to pronounce her name. Great. Well, welcome. Thanks. Thanks everybody for your birthday wishes. That was much appreciated. I actually had a weekend off, which was brilliant. And I got back and was like, this is what work is like. So it's been a sort of bump back down to reality today. Give me a wave if you've never done a social before and you're here going, I have no idea what's expected of me. Hello, Sarah, with your beautiful lantern roof. Keep waving. Katerina, Janet, Lucas. Lucas is, yes, you don't have to wave harder, that's fine. And Rosemary, and some other people. Mary Ellen is new, and Heather is new, and Angia. Ellen is here but eating. That's fine, Ellen, thank you. She's got a virtual profile picture of her library, so that we don't have to watch her eating her dinner, which I think is very considerate. Thank you very much. Okie dokie. So for those people who are new, we're going to do a quick rundown of who we are and what you can expect from the eFagellini project. In fact, I'm going to ask you for one more wave. Can you give me a wave if you are eFagellinias? eFagellinias. If you have the gallery view on, you can scroll through and see who your fellow eFagellinias are. And give me a wave if you are album projectors. Yay, there's Ron on page 7. Lovely, Petra, Katie. And give me a double-handed wave if you are both. Yay, that's more like the stay-at-home choir jazz hands that we know and love.
I wasn't sure if I needed to wave then.
Yeah, well, I'm doing both. There we are.
Yeah, why not?
Jenny, why don't you crack off and just crack on, not crack off, that's the opposite. And tell us, just sort of give us a bit of a rundown of.
I will indeed. Well, everyone, hello. It's lovely to see you all. Thank you. Cheers as well. I have a Negroni with gin that I made myself. So if I do fall over at any point this evening, you can guess why. It's lovely to have you all here. Thank you. It's lovely to see so many familiar faces and some new ones. Only because I was setting up all the techie geeky stuff in the background. Give me a wave if you are brand new to Stay at Home Choir. There's got to be a few of you. Were there? Brittany, hello. Gail, hello. I'm going to keep going. Sarah, Stella, Mary. It's lovely to see you all. Well, welcome. Sorry if I missed anyone. I'm moving through at great speed and I've just seen Alison's cat take over the screen. Hello, Alison's cat. We like animals here. My name's Jamie. I'm the other half of the founding team of Stay at Home Choir, which is an ever-growing team. I'm a conductor in London and I sing with the Swingles, doing beatbox and all sorts of weird a cappella-y things, which is nice for those of you that don't know me. And my partner in crime, Tori, is also a wonderful conductor, much better conductor than I am, and singer. And we've worked together for many, many years in London and lots of other choirs around the place. Welcome if you're joining us as part of the eFagellini project. It's lovely to have you. Lovely to have some of you returning as well. So I'm going to start. We've introduced ourselves. I'm going to start, I think, by coming to have a chat with some of you. So we don't use the raise hand function. Those of you that maybe haven't been in any of our Zooms before, we find it's a little bit formal and you're often sat waiting because we may not notice you for a while. So if you're used to that in your Zooms, please don't worry. We tend to use double jazz hands if you want to get our attention at any point. Can you just practice that for me, please? Anyone that's got a bit rusty? Good. This is your moment to screenshot. Anyone? Quick, grab that screenshot. Off you go. How do you do it with no hands? I don't understand. Brilliant. Well, there we go. So that's how you get our attention, everyone. Well done. And I'd love to come and say hello to some of you, particularly anyone that's new. I'd love to speak to you. So practice using that. Well, no, don't practice using that unmute button. It'll be carnage if you do so. But please don't wave if you don't want to chat. I won't put you on the spot if you don't want. And if I do by mistake, just say, actually, no, just leave me alone. That's fine. Stay at Home Choir is all about finding your way through these projects and really engaging the way that works best for you. If that's coming live to every single one of the rehearsals, that's great. We know there's a few of you out there, you keen beans. And if that's catching up in a mad panic right at the end, right before the deadline, I'm one of those people, I'm afraid. That's also fine as well. You don't have to submit. You can if you want. Make this choir your own. That's the important thing here. I'll start. I'm a singer in London. I'd like to come and say hello to anyone else living in London. We're going to pass around the room. I want to come and say hello to you, and I'm going to quiz you. Give us a wave if you're in London. Give us a wave if you're in London. My screen is loading very. Claire Fader, can I come and say hello to Claire? I've scrolled all the way to the end so I don't miss anyone out. Hello, Claire. How are you? Let me unmute you if that's okay. How are you doing, Claire?
Yeah, I'm doing just fine and very excited about the project coming up. This is my 5th.
Your 5th? Oh, fantastic. Wow. So you're a stay-at-home choir veteran, aren't you, at this stage?
You could say that. And
which was your first one?
Oh, gosh, now you're asking. John Rutter.
John Rutter. Oh, Christmas.
Oh, Christmas, yeah.
Wonderful. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it's lovely to have you back. Thanks for joining us. Now, I've actually got a list of I've got a list of silly questions, but I'm just going to go straight to, I'm going to put you on the spot here. What's your favorite piece of music that you've ever sung?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, it has to be Carl Jenkins, Armed Man.
Which our first massive project, that was.
Yes, in fact, it wasn't with you, sadly. It was at Kempton Park, and the man himself came to attend. And in fact, that my son's piano teacher is godmother to his children. So there was the link there, and we all sang at Kempton Park. It was Voices for Hospices.
Oh, fantastic.
And
Brilliant.
It was a splendid day. And I remember hearing Benedictus for the first time and thinking, oh my God, how have I never heard this before?
Isn't it remarkable? What a wonderful piece of music.
Yeah.
Give us a jazz hand if you sang in The Armed Man way back about a year ago now. Millie, Rachel, Susie, all of you, loads of you.
There's
brilliant.
Firing in the chat who was actually at Kempton for Voices for Hospices as well.
Oh wow!
Fantastic. Denise, give us a wave. Where are you? Oh, you're on the bottom of my screen. Hello, Denise. Lovely. Fantastic. Well, Claire, I'm gonna pass it over to you because I want to get to know everybody. I chose another singer who's in London, so you answered. Where are we going to go next? Are we going to go to a different place? It could be someone with blue eyes. It could be someone who lives in a different country. Who do you want to find next?
It's got to be an Italian, hasn't it?
Any Italians in the choir? Love it. I see what you're doing there. I'm going to stick you on mute, Claire. Lovely to chat. Thank you. Any Italians?
Oh, I found an Italian. I found Giulia Dovico. Hi, Giulia. Hi, you're unmuted now. How are you?
Hi. Well, I'm half Italian actually, but I hope that's all right.
And what nationality is the other half?
German.
German.
As you can probably tell from my accent.
Pretty good run of luck with the football in that case, but not that we're going to mention that anymore. And you are currently based in Germany or Italy?
Yes.
Where else?
I live in Germany, and and my father's the Italian, and my father's also the musician in the family. So.
Is he a singer or does he play?
No, he's a conductor.
Interesting. Well, we have heard of him.
Maybe.
Cool. So you grew up in a musical family then, Giulia?
Yes.
Great. And would you like to pass our introduction on to somebody else? You can pick anything you think you might have in common with somebody else in the room.
Well, I play the violin, so I'm looking for a string player.
Hey, great choice. Go on, Jamie, do you want to?
Oh no, I was just putting my arms up in the air because I have two violins right down there. One electric, one not so electric. And I'm very bad at playing them both now after far too long of not practicing. Who am I going to go to? I'm going to go to, let me scroll to the end because I always forget to do so. Give us away. Brittany, string player? Was that a wave? Can I come and chat to you, Brittany? Lovely. Brittany, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Fabulous. Where's home for you right now, Brittany?
Lexington, Kentucky in the US.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. What time is it where you are? It's not that late, is it? No, it's
13:16.
30. Oh, it's, yeah, time go back. So I always mix up time zones. We've had issues with that in the past. That's why I don't calculate them anymore. Brittany, what string instrument do you play?
I played violin in middle school.
Ah, wonderful choice. Wonderful choice. And where was school for you then?
Jessamine County.
Nice. Fantastic. And is this this isn't your first, is it? I feel like I recognize you.
This is my first.
Oh, wow. My brain is playing tricks on me then. Well, welcome, Brittany. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you. I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your favorite piece of music that you've ever sung? You could, in fact, sung or played. I don't mind.
Probably would be Jubilate Deo, which was an FFA song that I did in choir.
Is that by any chance the Benjamin Britten one?
I don't remember.
No, that's right. Well, there we go, everyone. That's your homework. You can go and listen to any version of Jubilate Deo and figure out which your favorite is. And you can start it on the members page on Facebook. There we go. Well, Brittany, it's lovely to have you. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. So you're joining us for I Fagiolini or for the album?
I Fagiolini.
Fantastic. Long-time fan or new to them?
No, newcomer.
Fantastic. Oh, well, I hope you enjoy it. I'm very, very excited. I followed them for many, many years. I'm very excited. Right. I'm going to move to the next one. Brittany, lovely to meet you. I'm going to take the choice this time. I would actually like to come and say hello to someone else who is completely brand new to the choir. Anyone else who is brand new to the choir, you've not done any project before. Sarah Kane. Tori, do you want to say hello to Sarah Kane? How are you, Sarah?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, I'm good.
Is it
good?
Or Sarah? I'm sorry.
No, it is Sarah, but my mum was
Sarah,
a Francophile, so she spelt me funny.
Lovely. Brilliant. And this is your first project?
Well, I joined for Fag because I'm a patron of Fagiolini and I've known Robert for a long, long time. So I joined to do that. And then I saw the album project and I thought, I'll do that whilst I'm at it. So I'm doing two. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, sucker for punishment.
Well, yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, Sarah, it's lovely to have you. Tori, I'm going to leave you to do the questioning of Sarah.
Oh, don't worry, Sarah, you're not in any trouble. But it's wonderful to have somebody who is so closely acquainted with I Fagiolini. You must have been supporting them for many years. How did you come across them?
Yes and no, because I can't often get to a lot of their stuff. I'm up in Leeds in West Yorkshire, and although Robert's now in York as well, of course, I a lot of their stuff has happened in London most of the time, so it's not always been that easy to get to things.
Yeah, and down in Kent.
Yeah. So I worship from afar, as it were. And yeah, I've done quite a few workshops with Robert and people like him over a long, long time.
Yeah. Did you go to see the Monteverdi when it was in York Minster?
No, I missed it. We were away, which is really bad timing. So that was a blow. But no, I just give them money, That's
Well, welcome to the fold, and I'm so glad that you've joined in for the album project too. And something actually we're going to be doing a little later on is playing a little bit of the album project repertoire so that the Fagiolini people can have a listen, and vice versa, playing the I Fagiolini piece that Robert has chosen. Playing the piece of Monteverdi that Robert has chosen to work on, so that those people who are doing the album project can have a little sneak peek at what's going on. over the other side of the road in the Ifadjilili camp. Now, Sarah, I'm just going to unmute you again. Would you like to pass on our introductions and pick out a trait that you'd like to find
Great.
in somebody in the room?
Right then. Are there any medics? Are there any more medics here?
Alison, I'm going to see if I can go around a few people and meet a few medics. Alison, hello.
Hi.
About your medical role.
Well, I'm retired from medicine, actually. I was a consultant in sexual and reproductive health for many, many years. And I now studied the Suzuki method to teach the Suzuki method for recorders. So I have links in both camps, really. But can I please add, I'm also a patron, Sarah, of IFAJ. And the best thing about it is if you can get to their meetings, you have the absolute benefit, the treat of sitting in the middle of them singing in the round. And it's like the Strigio 40-part mass, was it that choir that was singing? Was it that choir? And you get the full 3D sound. It's absolutely brilliant.
Well, I've not long since retired, so I'm now going to be, better place to go to their rehearsal sessions and so on. Yeah.
Great.
Sounds fab. And Maxine. Hi.
Hi. I'm also recently retired physiotherapist, and I'm having to look after myself at the moment because I was knocked over by somebody's dogs and broke my hip.
Wow. So healer, heal thyself. Is it interesting sort of going through it from the other perspective?
Oh, it's actually extremely annoying.
Oh, so sorry.
But I'm up and about, I have been up and about since the day after the operation. I played the physios and the doctors in the hospital off against each other and just said, they said I could go home. But I'm doing okay. And also, so a member of Ifadjilini lives in my lovely Hertfordshire village, and his partner is my singing teacher. So
small world.
Brilliant. Yeah, they moved here about 3 years ago, and my teacher Liz used to be in the BBC Singers, so we've shared a platform a few times with the BBC. So it's really good, and she's kindly been coming to me before I could she lives right down the other end of the village, so it's going to be a bit of a walk, but I'm aiming to do it on the Friday to go and see her. So
good luck.
Thank you.
My partner's just finished his 8 weeks of ACL rehab. So we are hoping that he will do a short walk down to the bottom of the village tomorrow. Probably only about 200 meters, and we'll have a celebratory half pint in there or something to celebrate the furthest distance he's walked for 8 or 9 weeks. So good luck for your walk later on this week, well, tomorrow. And have we got any more medics in the room before I pass back to Jamie? Say hello to some people. I'm going to check page 8 because page 8 always doesn't get a look in. Poor old page 8. Where are you? Hi, Mary Colmiller. Hi, medic?
Yes, I'm a nurse.
And whereabouts are you based?
I live in Gilroy, California, and I most recently worked on the drug remdesivir for the COVID-19 drug safety reporting, basically. But what got me interested in this project is that I was in chamber singers in college, and there were 9 of us. And we did early Renaissance music. Amazing. And it's hard to remember because it's been a long time ago, but one of my favorite pieces is O Magnum Mysterium. So what gets my curiosity too about this is that how can you do this with so many people? We had 9 in it. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Absolutely. And it's actually one of the we're kind of billing it as the largest rendition of a madrigal ever performed, because you're absolutely right. It's the kind of music that's normally sung 1 to a part. So we're really kind of breaking the mold a bit, but Robert's happy to do it and he's the expert. So, hey, I'm really excited to see how it's going to pan out. Aren't you, Jamie?
I am indeed, and I can certainly speak to how we manage to do these projects with quite so many people. We have quite a small tech team. I call myself the geek of the stay-at-home choir, which I think is a term I believe I've earned at this stage, being mega geeky. I don't worry, the word is a compliment to me. The only word I can use to describe is magic. I'm not entirely sure I understand the process myself anymore. It's got so huge. But speaking of magicians, lovely to meet all of you newbies and all of you veterans. Speaking of magicians, I believe our third member of the music team is still in the room. Are you there, Graham?
Magicians.
There we go. I'm going to spotlight you for everyone.
Where are you going with this? Hello, everybody. Good to see you.
So everybody, I should have just introduced you rather than just said, this is Graham, shouldn't I? Graham is the third member of our music team. We started with Tori and I, and Graham is a wonderful, wonderful director and friend and colleague over in the States. He has a wonderful early music group, not dissimilar to I Fagiolini. Are Les Canards Chantants still singing, Graham?
We certainly are. We're coming back out of the pandemic, having taken a bit of a break, but we're basically an I Fagiolini tribute group. So
fantastic. There we go. So those of you that enjoy, those of you in the States or in a slightly less sociable time zone, let's call it, will often bump into Graham in his rehearsals. I know he's running some fantastic sessions, but if you really want to geek out about early music and Robert isn't available during the I Fagiolini project, grab Graham, because I'd wager you. Yeah.
Oh, I can't compare
He's
to
a
Robert.
genius. Graham is.
Grab him, guys.
Brilliant. But Graham, thank you. It's lovely to have you. And I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna put you on the spot as someone who's done lots of virtual choirs, both as a conductor and a singer and a director, and pretty much every part in between,
Editor, yeah.
including alto occasionally. For those of the members who are newer to stay-at-home choir, by newer I mean you haven't done all 5,000 projects or however many we've done. What's your favorite piece of advice, either singing or technology, for someone who is new to the choir?
My favorite piece of advice to give people, which I've given before, is to find a way to convince your brain that the choral experience is still happening. I talked to my community choir about this a lot, because many of them were very nervous about doing virtual projects in the past year. And I just think it's so difficult to remember the end product, because we experience it in real time when we're singing together, that end product of melding our voice into the larger picture. And it's so exposed to be recording yourself alone. And you have to know what the end product is. And I think for a lot of people that don't end up submitting what they've recorded, it's because they can't make that connection. And so I just encourage you to believe it.
Sorry, I was on mute. I said yes. I definitely agree with you. And if you get that feeling also that your colleagues are sort of invisibly side by side with you, it helps you to sort of dig deep and find that emotional connection that you need to the music. We're getting a load of love for Graham in the chat. It's great.
We are indeed. I'd like to add a little bit of advice, only because I've seen a couple of messages in the chat, and I know some people who are new, who maybe have also decided, I forget who it was that joined both projects. If you are nervous about your submissions, either because recording yourself is very new and feels very scary, or because you feel like the time might be a bit of a crunch, please do not worry. These projects, ultimately, it is just singing. Now, you won't hear many directors say that, but this is obviously a bit of a weird time for everybody around the world, and I would implore you all to go easy on yourselves. There is no need to get stressed out about these submissions. We will take whatever you submit to us, and we will work our magic on it. Do not worry. There is no such thing as perfect in the creative world. It doesn't exist. And in fact, Marin Alsop, who we worked with last year, and earlier this year, spoke very eloquently on this subject. Don't aim for perfect, because it's boring. In short, do what works best for you. There's no need to feel worried about being the best. There are a lot of people in this choir, all of every possible experience and ability. So please do not put that pressure on yourself, particularly right now when things are somewhat stressful, some might say. On that note, Tori, should we have a listen to some music?
That sounds like a great thing to do. So we thought it'd be nice
So
to
everyone,
have a little
this-
pick and mix of the different pieces from the two projects that are going at the moment.
Well, what I'll do, why don't we start? This can be our album, people. This can be our advert for the EFAD project, can't it? Let's start with Romanti and Pace. This is its first public outing, as it were. I know some of you have probably listened already, you keen beans. Those of you less familiar with this, at the beginning of your recordings, you must clap. So I implore you to practice it now. Here we go. From the beginning of Romanti and Pace. The music is on the screen. I hope it works. Here we go. And I'm looking for a thumbs up, please, from Sarah Kane and Heleth and Georgina and Anne and Erica, so I know that you can hear this when I hit play. Off we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I think that's quite enough of that. Anyone who is less familiar with Italian, don't panic. Do not panic. You're in safe hands. We have our favorite Matteo is back.
Oh, the lovely Matteo and his very, very, very accurate Italian pronunciation. Great. All right, let's move on to the album project. And we've got 5 pieces in the album project. So I would be really interested to see in the chat what you guys are really enjoying singing. We have one queued up, but I'd love to hear what you're really enjoying singing. So I'm just going to give 10 seconds to see that in the chat. Amabile, please. Well, Erica said it first, and she said please. Though we've had all of them. Miserere, Arise Beloved, loving all of them, Nimrod. Gosh, you can tell how everybody types at the same speed because all of the message come at once. Abendlied, everything, Amabile, Miserere, Amabile. Oh, since the person who asked first said please, let's have a little clip of Amabile Alleluia, please.
I'm sure I
You're on
can
the
manage that.
Fatellini
Listen
project.
carefully.
This is what's going on.
Here we go. I love this one. I'll admit, this is my favorite one, but that might be because I sang it. So there we go. Here we go. 3.
just lifts the soul, doesn't it? I really, really love it. And actually, it's worth saying at this point that the learning resource you just heard for I Fagiolini were the 5 singers from I Fagiolini, some of whom you'll be working with as part of this project. And the singers on Amabile Alleluia were...
I'm not sure.
You sure? Can you really wrap your brains, Jamie?
Everyone. I strong-armed the Swingles. Give us a wave, those of you on the album project. Did you get the hard bit right when you were humming along just then? Give us a wave if you did.
Lucas is saying a little bit more
good.
practice still to
Hey,
do.
everyone, congrats. It's no longer the hard bit, that means. Fabulous. Well, Tori, is it time for my favourite bit of these socials?
I would like to do another, if you don't mind, another quick round of meeting some more people, because there are, I feel like slowly we're getting to know everybody's faces, but I like to take an opportunity like this to really get to know as many people as possible. Do you think we can have a quick fire round of introductions? Not of everybody, but you know,
I
they
like
get
the sound of that. Off you
I
go.
wanna, I'm going to say one sentence per person and then pass it on to somebody else with something in common. So I'm Tori and I've got a dog, and I would like to hear from anybody else in the room who's also got a dog. So give me a wave, one sentence about your dog, and then pass on to somebody else who you'd like to find something in common with. I'm going to go to Dave. Hi.
Hi. We've got a little 10-pound apricot colored whatever it is. It's partly poodle, maybe some Bichon. Cutest thing I've ever seen.
And what thing in common would you like to find with the next person? Let's keep it moving and see if we can say hello to 10 people in 5 minutes.
Somebody who's been singing in choral groups for a long time.
Singing.
60 years in my case.
Wow. Okay, so 60 years is the time to beat. Should we alternate, Jamie?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was muted again. I'm going to go to Rosemary. Did I see you waving, Rosemary? Or have you changed your mind? Rosemary Stewart. Were you waving? Can I come talk to you? Yes, Rosemary, how are you?
Hi. Well, I can't beat 60, but I've done 40.
Fabulous. Have you been with one choir for most of that? Which one's that?
It's the Edinburgh Royal Choral Union.
Oh, fabulous.
I sang at school, and then I didn't sing for a long time while my kids were little, and I couldn't join a choir till they were old enough to leave because I never knew when my husband was coming home.
Brilliant. Oh, Rosemary, who are you going to pass on to? What are you looking for in common?
Somebody else who lives in Scotland.
Someone else in Scotland. Give us a wave. Anyone in Scotland? Anyone in Scotland? I'm going to click through.
Looking for
not many Scots this evening. What's good? Oh no, I found
one.
them all.
I found one hiding away at the bottom of page 4. It's Sheila McBride. Hello.
Hello. Oops.
Sheila, you're we've done it for you. We've unmuted you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's hands-free nowadays, Sheila. It's all part of the service. Now, I can see a happy birthday banner behind you.
Oh no, that we put it up. We put it up and then we leave it up till the next birthday. So that was my son.
That's what we do.
But we like it.
I've seen. I really want a banner that says. It looks exactly like the one you have behind you, but it says, "Please leave by 9."
You'd make your own.
No, not that I'm antisocial or anything.
Or anything else that you want.
Sheila, so whereabouts in Scotland are you, and who else? What would you like to find in common with someone?
Well, I live in Edinburgh, and I sing plain song. So I want to find somebody else who sings plain song.
Oh, this is interesting, especially since we've got an early music project at the moment. Is there anyone else who goes really early and sings plain song?
Mary Ellen. I can't see the rest of your final name, Mary Ellen.
Dora.
Dora, hello. Oh, I've suddenly lost you again. How are you? Is it Mary or is it Mary Ellen?
Mary Ellen.
Mary Ellen, it's lovely to have you. I've lost your face, but I'll find it. You sing plain song as well.
Well, my husband's Russian Orthodox, and we used to chant in an a cappella Orthodox choir, sang plain song. I've been singing, I'm 75 years old, and I've been singing since I was 8, so that's 67 years. And I almost majored in music in college, but decided to go with science, and I ended up, I'm a medic, I'm still practicing. I'm an MD in the US as a small rural hospital laboratory medical director, a pathologist. And I have had multiple dogs. I currently have Oscar, my Norwegian Buhund, sleeping here at my feet. He likes to sing also. I was recording one of my projects, the Abendlied. I was practicing that last night, and he was having one of these REM sleep things where, but he wasn't on key, so I had to tap him and tell him to cool it.
Oh,
But
bless. Fantastic.
He usually photobombs my Zoom meetings. So he'll give me about an hour, but then he comes up and has to show off. He's a show dog, and these ribbons and things are in the background. We're getting another one in a few weeks, and I've met Graham before. And we do have a Philadelphia connection. My son's been a zoo vet at the Philadelphia Zoo for 10 years. He's leaving that position and coming to North Carolina, where we are. Asheboro, North Carolina is the only place in North Carolina where there's a zoo. And he's in the process of moving with his animals. So we're going
Fantastic.
from a house with 2 people and 1 dog to 6 people, 3 dogs and a cat.
Wow, a proper menagerie there. Oh, well, Mary Ellen,
yeah,
thank you so much for joining us. It's lovely to have you. And I think you might be in with an advantage in a few minutes' time. That will make sense, I promise. Now, I think it's probably time for my favorite bit of the session. Tori?
The iconic, the unparalleled stay-at-home choir scavenger hunt.
So the way this works, shall I explain?
Yeah, go on.
The way this works, everyone, I know plenty of you have played this before. It is my favorite game. Nay, it's my favorite part of stay-at-home choir. We may as well be a scavenger hunt group. The singing is second. No, that's a joke. The scavenger hunt. We will ask for a category of thing. The first person that we see to pick up or find that thing and show it to the camera. Please keep it PG-13, everyone. The first person to show it to the camera, we will come and chat to you. We might ask you about it. We might ask you something completely unrelated. We'll decide that in the moment. But the first thing I would like you all to find. So, for instance, if I said I'd like you to find an empty Negroni glass, I would win.
But that's cheating, Jamie.
But that is cheating. So I won't do that. I'm going to go. I would like to see something orange. Something orange. Who's going to win?
I'm going running around my house. So,
oh, Sarah Kane. Sarah Kane. What is that? I cannot tell.
You would know. It's very bizarre. It's actually the packaging from something called a PitPat, which is the canine equivalent of a Fitbit. And you strap it to the dog's collar, and you can see what they've been up to all day.
I'm a PitPat.
A PitPat.
You've just done an amazing advert for that. I'm going to send that to my family because they will like that for our dog. Thank you, Sarah.
Fun.
Lovely.
You get the app. You have to download the app with it, and then you can, it Bluetooths to your phone and tells you what they've been up to all day.
I got a Fitbit recently. It just makes me feel guilty. Amanda Field, what's that? I can't tell.
Candle.
Oh, a candle. Of it. Oh,
rainbow.
Close. It's multicolored. So
I only have multicolored things. Sorry.
Okay. Extra points for all of your things being multicolored. Mary Ellen, is that a baseball bat?
That's a bit worrying.
It may well be. Tori, do you want to go for the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a highlighter.
Put my orange thing down. I've decided to play today as well. So, oh God, it's only going to be a matter of time before disaster. I would like, here's a lovely one. I'd like to see something precious. This can be precious in whichever way you like. I'm going to go straight to Margaret. And maybe we can spotlight people with precious things. Margaret, what are you holding up?
So it's something that was with my mother-in-law, and clearly it's 200 years old, And it says, if you can't be easy, be as easy as you can. And I think that's a really lovely motto for me, because I can run around doing 100 things at a time and it's just chill out. But I just thought it was really kind of awesome.
What does easy mean?
Easy means easy. Just take life easy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And it's so old. Thank you, Margaret. That's lovely. I'm just flapping through a few. Mill, that's amazing. Look at that. I don't know. I can't get to unmute you now. You're on Spotlight, but maybe Jamie will do the honours.
I will try. That's incredible.
My daughter stitched this for me for Christmas, and she knew how important stay-at-home choir was to me, and stitched this.
Oh, that is fabulous. Tori, do we need to commission a new line of merchandise? Oh, Millie, that's absolutely wonderful. What a lovely present. Oh, I've just had a baby covered in chocolate cake.
Yeah, I think this is a
Spotlighted.
great one to go on to. Hi, tell us about your baby covered in chocolate cake. Are you there?
There we go. I'll allow. There you go, Julie. You can unmute
Okay.
yourself now.
This is my 1-year-old's grandson. I don't know if you can see him. We just celebrated his birthday on Saturday, but his birthday was actually the 9th, which is close to Tori.
That's my actual birthday, 9th of July.
Oh, is it really? Oh.
Yay!
So in America, we do this thing. I don't know if you guys do it, but they did a smash cake. And he just face planted in it and really enjoyed himself. So it was a great time.
Amazing.
Now, I'll admit, this isn't a concept I'm familiar with. Is a smash cake what it sounds like, a cake in which you're supposed to smash your face?
Well, yeah, they're supposed to get their own cake, and it's usually their first time they've had a cake, and they just start to eat it. And then he just kept looking like, do you really want me to eat this? And then finally he just started grabbing it, and then he just decided to bite it with his whole face.
I think I may have just discovered how I'm going to eat cake from now onwards.
Exactly. It's the best way. It's the best way.
Brilliant.
Of course, nobody else wants to eat that cake, but
Yes, understandable, that one. Graham, can I pass to you for a choice? I've just shared our list in our little program in Slack.
Certainly. Oh, this is a good one. You're going to have to be quick on the trigger here, because we are preaching to the choir. Something musical.
Oh.
I need to see the gallery view. I'm seeing lots of music popping up.
We've got lots of scores.
Yeah. Julie Davies. Yes. What have you got there?
It's a love spoon, a Welsh love spoon.
Oh, a spoon.
But it's got a treble clef on the top of it, yeah.
That's beautiful. Where did you get it?
I was given it by a friend as a present.
Lovely. Well, thanks for sharing.
That's okay.
Nice and to hand. And let me grab one more, because I'm seeing so many fascinating things around. Millicent Ulf Eriksson, I am curious what you've got going there.
Yeah, hi. This is an original drum from the original Swedes up in the north. And this is new made, but
it's a magical drum. They use it for finding out about the future and so on.
Does it work?
It's like a bow
I
run.
don't know. It's like a bow run, but they use this bone and where it lands, then they can find out about the future.
Oh, fantastic.
But you can also play on this.
Yes. Well, maybe you could tell us something about the future next time.
Yeah, I will do that.
All right,
I
thank
just have to start making
The future is about singing in the album project.
and the other one.
Yeah, and Monteverdi.
Yeah.
We're so glad to have you
It's
both.
this.
Thank you for sharing.
Like this. It's newly made though. It's
Okay.
not old one.
Tori, are you up next?
Well, I am. I'm loving Helen's bell. Hel, will you don your bell for us, please? Amazing. Thank you so much. I love it. I just randomly ask Helen to dong her bell and she happily obliges immediately. Thank you, Helen. You're amazing.
Thank you.
I'm cool. I've just enjoyed looking at all the musical instruments. Jamie, do you want to pick one?
I do, and I'm afraid, everyone, I'm going to pick a silly one. Those of you that have been with us for a while will know that we have a mascot. We've recently acquired another mascot.
Yes.
It's not just get one, by the way. I would like you to get the most llamas or hedgehogs. The most llamas or hedgehogs. I can see Joanne. No, I'm not doing that.
I love Anne has just got. Oh, Anne is doing really well. I'm going to add a load of spotlights, see how many llamas we can get on the screen.
I know for a fact some of you own more llamas than would be considered sensible, and it's our fault. Joanne, oh, that's good.
Oh, we're getting good show from the hedgehogs here. Oh my goodness, Joanne has. Oh, she's already spotlighted. Amazing. She has an llama, an armful of llamas.
I'm going to shout out Erica's Sonic the Hedgehog because I grew up with Sonic the Hedgehog, and that just makes me very happy. Thank you, Erica.
Oh.
Jeanette, oh, lovely. I'm enjoying the number of hedgehogs. Amanda, is that made of? Is that one of those Swarovski ones or similar sort of things? Is it glass?
It is glass. I don't think it's Swarovski.
Lovely.
I'm not that posh.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Well, you've all certainly delivered.
Don't get spotlighted because there are just so many llamas and hedgehogs around that I'm finding it hard to spotlight everybody fast enough.
For anyone brand new, I feel I should slightly explain. Yes, this is a mascot. Lucy the llama is our mascot. So most recently joined by a hedgehog from the Ode to Joy project from the lyric "Don't sit on a hedgehog." It is a warm-up that we may bring back at some point, but you'll just have to wait and see. I've really enjoyed that. Tori, do you want to go next?
Yeah, go on then. I'm going to leave our hedgehog and llama people here. In fact, until the next second. Do you know what? Let's remove all spotlights and let them rest their arms and put their various accoutrements down. I am going to go for a good hat.
Can you tell we had a lot of fun thinking these up?
A good hat. I'd love to see a good hat.
Sarah, that is a spectacular hat, though I would maybe argue that it's a helmet.
Yeah, you'd be right.
Loose definition of a hat, but very good entry nonetheless. Brownie points. Joanne is wearing a cat hat. I'm very impressed. What else is there? Katrina is being very safe and wearing a bike hat, though one might argue it's a bike helmet as well. Loosely defined hat in the stay-at-home choir. Bettina has the world's smallest hat, which I'm pleased. If you're not on gallery view, everyone, there's a button at the top right-hand side of the screen that says view that you can change. So if you are just currently staring at me and you want to see everybody else, which you would be forgiven for wanting to do so, I would suggest you click that button and click on gallery. Any other good hats, anyone? Any other good hats? There's just lots of very lovely fetching sun hats, which I like.
Helen, I like Helen's hat. That's very, it's very Julia Robertson in Pretty Woman. I love it. Graham, have you got a hat on? Someone's just said they like your hat. Where are you?
I'm wearing an Amish straw hat.
Are you now? I wish I could see you. Where are you?
This is a great hat party. I'm enjoying the gallery view very much all around. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. I've struggled to find the removal spotlight button, so I'm just doing people one at a time. But there are some great hats. I've seen somebody who's wearing, Jamie, forgive me, have you talked to Sarah already, who's got a veritable helmet on?
I have indeed. I'm afraid I disqualified her because it's a helmet.
Outrageous person.
If you don't mind, Sarah, but it is very good. Claire has a fish hat.
Claire has a fish. I've just noticed.
Very, very impressive, everyone. I'm enjoying this. Mary, can I ask, is that a lampshade or is it a hat? You're very small on my screen, so I do apologize if it is a hat. Let me click unmute. There we go.
It was made as a hat. It's from Lesotho. And I went to Lesotho as part of a big South African sort of hike and holiday, but also because my sister was a volunteer teacher in Lesotho for 2 years. And while I've still got the sound, I want to say hello to Sarah Kane, because I went to one of the Tallis Scholars summer schools. Do you remember Sarah?
Oh my goodness. Hi, Mary.
Hi. And my daughter Georgiana had been there before. So yeah, I remember. How are you?
I remember you extremely well, Mary and Georgiana. Yeah,
I wonder what I did. Anyway, that's where I found my favorite thing to sing, which was Taverner's Dum Transiset. I just fell in love with it. Was the year we sang Spem.
It was.
What a piece. What a piece. And I heard somebody mention the Strigio in the round as well. In fact, Graham, I think my last experience of the Strigio was singing with you in York Minster, I believe.
Yes, although I believe we did a bit of it when you came over to Philadelphia too.
Mm-hmm.
We did. Wow, my memory is terrible. The 40,000 point surround sound projects that we did, indeed. Well, look at us there, Mary, and I've lost you already. Was it Sarah?
Yes.
Sarah Kane.
Well, look at us, connecting people across the globe.
That's right.
Well, thank you.
I'm in Canada at the moment.
Fantastic.
One
Brilliant.
more comment. I had a dog who sang too. He was a Staffy, and he loved the theme tune from that's the Sunday Masterpiece Theatre, and he used to join in the Moray, which is all trumpets, and he'd open his mighty jaws and just sing away.
Dangerous.
Brilliant.
Well, it sounds like we have enough musical dogs to start a choir soon, I believe.
Sings. My Dalmatian sings.
My pointer sings.
Yeah. Well, my Dalmatian, I've just got her in the picture.
Yeah,
she sings and does a good bit of singing and howling if I get too high on the soprano bit.
Well, we will need to be careful, ladies and gentlemen of the Stay at Home Choir. If you have a musical dog, please keep them under control. Tell that we don't have a part written for dogs yet, but that doesn't mean we haven't ruled it out. Tori, do we have one more category left? I believe we might.
I believe we do. Jamie, you might have to help me find the removal spotlights button. I think the latest edition of Zoom has moved it.
Indeed. Let me have a go.
Thank you. This is a hilarious one. And this is totally out of season, but I would like to see something Christmassy. Oh, Susie Zimmerman, quick as a shot, straight up and out of the frame. I am excited to see what she's going to bring back. She's got a little, well, maybe you can tell us what it is, Susie.
It's Lego. And my grandson couldn't come at Christmas. So when he came to visit us, I had him make it because he was going to make it for me for decorations for our Christmas.
So it is aptly out of season. It is an out of season Christmas celebration. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Susie. Helen, who have you got there?
This is a little penguin. It's Bally's screen cleaner thing. It's cute.
I reckon that counts. Deborah has, Deborah, this is lovely and romantic. What have we got here? You're unmuted, don't worry.
This is a Christmas decoration I made myself to go over the door. So it's a mistletoe that's kind of big.
Just, covering all angles, just so, you're maximizing your chances. Amazing. That's beautiful. And quite Christmassy. Who else can everybody else see? I'm going to add some spotlights now. Here we go. I can see.
It appears that Agnes has just got Rudolph's nose.
Where's the rest of Rudolph, Agnes?
Brilliant. Anne, an angel and a star. I'm quite impressed at how many of you managed to grab Christmas things at such speed. I don't know where I'd even go looking for mine. Some of you got stockings. I can see
I just
baubles.
say,
yes,
this is not Rudolph's nose. You know the chocolate coins that you get in stockings?
Yes.
They're always gold coloured. Well, this Christmas, my eldest stepdaughter, she always sends a little parcel, and they're small gifts, but quite thoughtful. She knows that we like dark chocolate, and she included a little bag of dark chocolate, very dark chocolate coins, half of which were in red foil and half were in green.
Oh,
I've
lovely.
never seen that before.
And extra dark chocolate as well, which is the best, as we all know.
Yes, exactly. 70%.
Oh, that's the way to go. I had 99% dark chocolate the other day. I don't think I'm going to recommend that one anytime soon.
No.
It blew my head off a little bit.
That's a bit too dry. But yes, I kept one of the foils as a reminder.
Brilliant. Oh, I love it. Thanks, Agnes. Helen, you're holding 2 bottles of something, and I'm intrigued. I've just unmuted you.
Right, I found these in Home Bargains. They're skinny syrups, so you can put them on pancakes or whatever you like. Or I put them on my cereal, which sounds a bit weird, but it really does work. Christmas pudding flavour and mince pie flavour, and it's amazing.
That's a game changer right there.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Where did you say? Home Depot, did you say?
Home Bargains.
Home Bargains, sorry.
Yeah.
There's me going all.
I was going to say Home Depot. Where do you come from, Jamie?
Mince pie. Oh, I'm going to go looking for that. I feel like I shouldn't, but
No,
I
you
will.
really should. They're amazing.
Brilliant. Well,
Hey, will you look at that? I found the removable spotlight button. There we are.
got it.
Amy, we're back to you.
We're back. Oh no, we're at you now.
All right.
There we go.
Maybe I've just got your face. There you go.
I was going to spotlight you as well. Where have you gone?
Oh, but I was going to spotlight you. It's all right. I'm joking. We are at 7 o'clock. That hour has flown, and I've ended up sitting on the floor because I was running around to get stuff for the. I've ended up sitting on the floor with the sleeping Pingo. So forgive me. I look like I'm at some kind of camping event, but yeah, I'm on the floor. We've got 7 o'clock. That hour has flown, Jamie.
It has indeed. Everybody, before we sign off, if you are new, I know there's a few of you. We've had a lovely chat with some of you this evening. Do go and find us on the Facebook group if you are on Facebook. Members Stay at Home Choir. The password is, stick it in the chat, everybody. The password is Lucy, our mascot. I'm sure there will be some screenshots flying around at some point. If you haven't yet looked at the Fagiolini project and you're not sure, by all means do have a look. You've heard the first part of what we're singing. I really hope you enjoy it. I am very, very excited. And I will reiterate, if you are worried about your time, if you've joined them and you're suddenly thinking, uh-oh, I'm a little bit stressed and a little bit nervous about this, please don't worry. Taking part in Stay at Home Choir is on your own terms. You can take part in as many of the rehearsals as you like, or as few as you like. You don't even have to submit if you don't wish. It is about working with the artist, the process, and enjoying the connection to people around the world as part of it. So please do not worry. It is only singing. I need to stop saying that because I do love singing. It is my job and my life.
Singing is brilliant, but the most important thing is that you're having fun, you're learning stuff, you're meeting people, and you're having, the experience of being part of a global community of music lovers. So keep that at the front of your mind as the most important thing.
Indeed. So if you do go and join the Facebook group, you will be asked for the password Lucy. Go and introduce yourself. We're a friendly bunch. We don't bite all that often, at least. It's quite hard over Zoom to do that anyway, isn't it? I'm very, very excited about the upcoming project. I'm very, very excited to see the results of the album as things begin to trickle in now. I'm getting a stream of submissions trickling in as people feel more comfortable doing so. So very, very excited. Anything from you, Tori?
No, just have a lovely evening and we'll see you in rehearsals. Bye.
See you soon, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thursday. Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Jamie. Bye, Jessie.
Bye.
Hi, Deborah. Bye, Tracy.
Bye, Tori. Bye, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
Bye. I also think ready.
Bye.
Bye, Amy.
Bye, Lana.
Bye, Jamie.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
How'd you manage to make it?
Happy birthday, belatedly.
Sorry?
Happy birthday, Tori, belatedly.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
See you soon, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you. See you soon.
Take
See you
care.
Thursday. Bye.
Wonderful.
Bye, Janine. Bye, Alina.
See you soon, everyone.
Bye,
I am going to hit that big
Mary.
red button.
Go and get some food, Jamie.
Oh, I will indeed. I will. I'm going to go and get another Negroni first. But,
Oh, jealous.
Lovely to see you. I'm going to hit that big red button, I'm afraid. See you all soon.